I'll be right there.
That's all right. Take your time.
Paul, I didn't know it'd be you. Are you all right?
Not really.
What's happened?
Well, I didn't make it home last night. I crashed on the couch in my office. I just didn't get much sleep.
Why not?
Well, it has to do with Isabella. And Chris, I guess. I don't know. I made a mess of things. And I've got no one to blame, Nick, but myself.
I'm aware you're married, Paul. But your relationship was in trouble long before I came to Genoa City.
Isabella, you're missing the point.
Then explain it to me.
I should have spoken to Chris and told her exactly where I stood.
I agree.
Then you understand.
No, I don't. Why are you suddenly feeling so guilty?
It's one thing to think about ending my marriage. It's quite another to speak to my wife about it.
Pick up the phone and call her.
Well, it's a little late for that now, don't you think?
Why, because we made love?
Chris was my life for so long. She deserves to be treated with respect.
Then tell her about us if it'll make you feel better.
Well, I sincerely doubt it will. But you're right, I need to speak with Chris. It's different now. I've been unfaithful.
I don't mean to be cruel, but your wife left you. She's on the other side of the world.
What's your point?
Where is all this coming from?
Look, let me make one thing perfectly clear. This is not about you. You've done nothing wrong.
I never said I did.
It's me. I lost control. You see, I try and live by a moral code, and I broke it.
Paul, is that you?
My goodness. Things sound frantic over there. What's going on?
Paul didn't come home last night and he's not on a case.
How do you know?
I asked Lynn.
So his faithful lackey has no idea where he is?
Well, if she does, she's not about to tell me.
Then obviously something's happened.
Yeah, I can't tell you over the phone.
Then come to the office.
Damn it, Michael.
Listen, Isabella, I have something at stake here, too. So either you come here or I'll go there. But I need some information, and I need it now.
Here you go, Mel.
Thanks.
So, anyway, when Mac was doing the chat last night, this girl that she knew from the homeless shelter typed in her full name. She also mentioned Genoa City and St. Louis. So that's all the information her mom would need to track her down.
Thought Mac wasn't worried about her mom anymore, now that Miss Chancellor's gonna be her legal guardian.
Well, actually, that's official. That's last night.
Well, then I don't see the problem.
Thanks.
Unless there's another reason Mac fears the woman. Hey, come on, man. If Mac needs protection of any kind, you know I'm there.
Right, let me take care of Mac, okay? You should look out for your own girlfriend.
And what do you mean by that? Something going on with Rihanna I don't know about?
So, I thought that we were meeting at the pool house in a half an hour. We are. But I needed to talk to you without everybody else around.
Are you upset about something?
You're damn right I'm upset. You broke my confidence, Mackenzie. Friends don't do that.
Wait a minute. Slow down here.
No. JT came to see me at the boutique and talked to me about your little chat.
Oh. Well, I don't know what JT said to you. I did talk to him about your relationship, but I didn't say anything that I shouldn't have.
Whatever you said made him apologize.
Well, that's great. Isn't it?
No, Mac, it's not. Because he didn't do it for me. He did it for you.
No surprise.
Did you have a game?
Had about half an hour, warming up.
Really? Did you play here often?
Once a week.
Oh.
Jog here regularly or what?
No, this is our morning ritual. Now, how have I missed you?
I have no clue. You look wonderful.
Oh, I don't know about that.
And look at the baby. Look at you. You've been taken out to exercise as well, aren't you? Yes. Yes. It's a special time for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is.
Hey, Cozy.
I may have said it before, but I've never been more aware of how motherhood becomes you.
Thanks. Well, having this child is definitely the best thing I've ever done. Anyway, I'm really happy, very content.
Look at you. I bet you are. Look at you. Yes. How about your sister Tracy and her divorce proceedings? What's happening?
Actually, it's not quite to that degree. Yeah, she's in New York trying to sort things out.
Oh, yeah. Now, how about Brance and her daughter, Colleen?
Actually, she's staying with us. And I have to tell you, things are going great, and you were completely right about that, you know. My concerns about her, totally unfounded.
Isn't that right?
Franco, I realize that. Shutting down a production line is expensive. All right, 24 hours, but if you haven't resolved it by then, that's right. Get back to me. Hey, look who's up. Good morning. Sleep well?
Yeah. Who are you talking to?
It's one of our distributors in Rome.
Wow, must be exciting being in charge.
Well, there's several chiefs at Jabot. Your Aunt Ash is one of them.
Did she already leave for the office?
No, she went jogging with your sister. So, it's just you and me, kiddo.
Oh, that was fast.
I didn't want you coming over to Paul's apartment.
What, afraid he'd come home early and catch us together?
Look, Michael, I'm in no mood.
Obviously. Well, I'm a bit curious as to how you ditched your bodyguard so quickly.
I don't have a bodyguard anymore.
Why not?
Paul found another set of books to nail James for money laundering. So my case is over. There's no more threat from my husband.
Which should mean a great big step forward in your relationship with Paul. But clearly it doesn't.
Those books weren't the only thing that Paul found.
There was more.
James kept the binder from the massage parlor with all the photos.
Well, that's not good.
Michael, it was the worst moment of my life. Knowing what Paul was thinking when he saw those photos of me. And then he did something that totally threw me. And at first, I thought it was too good to be true, and apparently I was right.
Hey, babe, is that you?
Hey,
Hi.
kids get off the camp okay?
Yeah, they couldn't wait. Today's the nature hike. So, I'm surprised to see you here.
I had a business call to deal with. Why, did you, think I was gonna waylay you like I did yesterday? Because you know that could certainly be arranged.
All right. What's going on? What's going on in that beautiful head of yours?
Hello?
Hi, Mom, it's me.
Colleen. Sweetheart, hi, how are you?
Actually, I was calling to find out how things are going with you.
Well, honey, I think I've told you that it's hard to put a timetable on things like this, but, you should know your dad and I are trying very hard to work this out.
You sound really tired.
I'm okay.
Would you tell me if you weren't?
Well, things are tense, but I'm holding my own. We both are. Now, tell me, how's everything with you? You sound so much better than when we talked the last time.
Well, I did take a dance class yesterday.
Really? How was that?
It was cool. I was a little rusty at first.
Well, that's the very best reason there is to keep up with your lessons. You don't want to waste all that hard work you've already put in. Sweetheart, can you hang on just a minute? I think there's a messenger at the door.
Actually, Mom, that's okay. Breakfast is ready. I will. I love you too. Bye.
Obviously called your mom. Sounded like a good conversation.
A lot better than the one we had before. Not that I don't still have a problem with Mom trying to work things out with him. Something else is bothering me.
What?
Mom said she was okay, but she sounded really tired.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure there's really anything we can do about that, sweetheart.
Well, I was thinking maybe there is.
What?
This whole thing is taking a lot longer than Mom thought it would. And if there's any way we could get her to take a break.
You want me to talk to your mom and see if she wants to come back for a while?
You wouldn't mind?
No, as long as you understand that I'm not going to pressure your mom. It's her decision.
I know. I still want you to call. I have a feeling if anyone can get her to do this, you can.
Apparently, things have become more complicated since we last spoke.
Oh, Nick, if only I'd taken your advice and talked to Chris before letting myself get in any deeper with Isabella. But I didn't, and now I'm just paying the price, I guess.
Things happen quicker than you expected.
I wrapped up Isabella's case, and I told her that I had some issues I needed to resolve before we got any more involved. I don't know what happened. One thing led to another, and things got out of hand.
Paul, listen. You're not the first person to find yourself in this situation. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Don't make excuses for me, Nick. What I did was wrong. I just wish I had realized that before I made love to Isabella, but I certainly do now.
Well, I'm certainly not going to preach morality to you. God knows I've made my share of mistakes. But you've got to keep in mind how long you've been alone. And you're a healthy, virile man. It was your wife who decided to fly off to Hong Kong for months on end. It's just chance that a beautiful woman showed up on your doorstep. People do have needs. But this wasn't just something physical, was it? You're worried about deeper feelings. That's what's really troubling you.
Out with it. What do you know that I don't?
Ralph, chill out, man. I was just reacting because you were being so protective of Mac.
What, you're jealous?
No! Jeez, man, what's with you this morning? Anyway, Mac was all freaked out because her whole name and everything else was out there for anyone to see. But since it had to happen, it was the perfect time.
Yeah?
Yeah, because when we got back to the Chancellor's place, John Silva was there with some papers making Catherine officially Mac's legal guardian. That calmed her down, got her feeling a lot less insecure.
Good. Now, what's going on with Rihanna?
Who said anything was?
Come on, man. A second ago, you were saying I should be watching out for my girlfriend.
Ral, I told you, man. I was just making a point.
I'm not buying that. So start talking. Why should I be looking out for Rihanna?
I don't understand, Rihanna. He was trying to be sensitive. But it was only part of his campaign to show you how much he's changed. JT is just as sleazy as ever.
Look, I don't know what JT was thinking, but I didn't let anything slip.
Why did you talk to him about me at all?
You're my friend. I was worried about you.
I told you I was fine.
I know. But I didn't know who you were trying to convince, me or yourself. Maybe I should have stayed out of it. But I was only trying to find a way to help you deal with being around the guy all the time.
I don't need your help. How many times do I need to tell you that?
Rihanna, come on.
No, you know what? You're just making this all worse. So you need to back off.
Fine. I'll back off. But I think you should know that I'm not the only person who's realized how uncomfortable you are around JT.
What are you talking about?
Billy picked up the same vibe. Now, how long do you think it's gonna be until Ral starts asking questions?
No, I already talked to him about this.
And?
He accepted my answer.
Rihanna, what exactly did you tell him?
That being around JT makes me uncomfortable because of the crummy way that he treated me when we were together. And that I haven't thought about him for a long time.
Yeah, but you're thinking about him now. Why?
I don't know. Mac, I broke up with the guy almost a year ago. I saw him in school every single day without giving him a passing thought.
Probably because you were focusing all your energy on Ral. So much so that you buried whatever happened between you and JT deep inside, without ever really dealing with it.
It's just seeing the two of you together. I told myself that he was a terminal jerk. But watching him treat you with such respect, Mac, you got through to him in a way that I never did. It just makes me wonder. The way that he treated me. Is it something that I did?
So Brad started staying with you.
Yeah, that's right.
How did that happen?
Oh, Colleen thought she'd be more comfortable with us because there's a lot going on at my dad's right now, you know? With the Globe-by-Jabot kids and everything, she kind of felt like she was in a fishbowl.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Well, Brad must be delighted with his daughter's decision to stay with you.
Actually, I was the one that made the phone call and got the go-ahead from my sister.
Really? And you feel all right about her staying with you?
Well, you know what? She's not even 14 yet. She's away from home. She's lonely and vulnerable, and her parents are probably splitting up. Brad just wants to help out, and that's the most natural thing in the world to do. So, I decided how ridiculous would I be if I was threatened by that.
Isabella, I understand that you're upset, but I need you to
Of course I am. I never thought Paul would find out.
Yeah, I had those charges against you dropped.
My record was expunged. I thought that horrible nightmare was behind me. James had one more trick up his sleeve by keeping those photos. You know, damn him. I hope they throw away the key.
No, I'm sure they will. But anyway, let's again focus on Paul's reaction.
He said he was upset because I wasn't truthful. Not that I had worked at the massage parlor. And at first I found that hard to believe. Until he convinced me.
You're not telling me that you two.
I thought it meant as much to Paul as it did to me. But
But evidently it was just something that happened in the heat of the moment.
And what makes you say that?
The next morning he was different.
How?
He barely touched me. He was so uncomfortable. He claims it was because he wasn't honest with Christine about his feelings for me.
And you don't believe that?
I know he says otherwise, but it was what he learned about my past. Damn it, Michael, if I've lost him...
Hey, don't even think about that.
I'm trying not to. Please tell me you're thinking of a way to salvage my situation.
All right. You say that you and Paul were together 2 nights ago, and the next morning he talked to you about Christine and he left.
So?
All right, so it was yesterday morning that he said he needed to speak to his wife, right?
That's what I told you.
Yeah, okay, and you're sure that he didn't speak to her before then?
Yes. Why are you harping me about this one
Because
stupid
I
detail?
spoke to Christine yesterday morning, and from her mood, I assumed that she and Paul had talked.
I could care less about Christine's emotional state right now. I'm concerned about Paul. And you won't or can't help me. Thanks for nothing.
I'm right, aren't I? This was more than just a physical thing. Which I can understand.
All right, there's no denying it. When Isabella walked into my life, my marriage was in shambles. But it was in no way hopeless.
You think there was a way to salvage it?
Well, I just don't know how much my feelings for Isabella stopped me from reaching out to Chris and to save what she and I had together.
Well, you know how much I like Christine. But I have to say, a woman doesn't leave her husband for this amount of time if she truly puts her husband and the marriage first. Absence doesn't necessarily make the heart grow fonder, especially when you're working intensely every day with someone who obviously is interested in you.
You know, when Chris asked me to come to Hawaii, I flatly turned her down. What does that tell you?
Paul, you were very busy. You were handling Nicholas's case.
You know, that situation was resolved shortly after that. I could have gone, Nick. I didn't. Or I could have taken Chris up on her offer and had her come here. But I didn't. I was already turning toward Isabella and away from Chris without even knowing it.
Will you stop this? You can psychoanalyze yourself till you're blue in the face. The truth is, there isn't one answer to any of this. It happened.
I should have stopped.
But still, I think you might be going overboard about how much Isabella affected your judgment. This is very complicated. Whatever or whoever kept you from doing the right thing, it's not really the issue.
No, you're right. There is something I should do. Especially with what's happened, it might be too late, but I gotta give it a shot. The sooner, the better. Thanks.
Take care.
Sweetheart, don't worry about me. I am fine.
You sure?
How can you even think that something is wrong after the last few days that we've had? Honey, I've never felt closer to you.
Me too.
So you want to know what I was thinking?
Yes. As long as it's not, Brad Pitt or anything like that.
No.
Okay. Then yes, I want to know what you were thinking about.
I was thinking that you're the greatest dad ever. I mean, in the world.
Thanks. I mean, I love being a dad, baby. It's very important to me, being a part of a family. Now, what do you think about my husband skills?
Oh, I love that too. Plus, I love how in touch you are with your feelings. You know, a lot of men aren't comfortable showing that side of themselves.
All right, now hold on there, little lady. I mean, I'm just speaking my mind. Let's not get carried away.
No, it takes a strong, secure man to speak from the heart about his emotions. And that makes me a very lucky lady. I mean, how many women can say that their man is, you know, macho and yet really tender at the same time?
Baby? What is it?
Nothing. Nothing, Nick. I'm really happy.
Rao, you're making too big a deal out of this. Besides, let me ask you a question.
What?
Why did we let Brittany and JT work with us this summer? And we had it great here, Mac and me, and you and Rihanna.
Yeah, well,
It doesn't bug you?
actually, I was more concerned that Rihanna was really uncomfortable having JT around. Wait a minute, is that what you meant about protecting my girlfriend?
Well, I know how much Rihanna means to you.
Which is why I'm glad we were able to talk alone at the boutique. I told her I thought she was acting weird around JT. She explained why.
She did?
Yeah, she doesn't like spending time with him because of the jerky way he treated her when they were dating. Ignoring her, always hitting on other girls. He obviously didn't give a rip about her. Anyway, Rihanna and I straightened things out. Things are cool again. Not that I wasn't a little worried. I was beginning to think that maybe JT did something really awful to her. She was keeping this major secret from me. But it wasn't anything like that. Thank God. Baby, just say the word and it's done.
What is?
Now, I am this close to calling work and canceling everything and just hanging out here with you.
No, sweetheart. Don't do that. You have way too much work to do at Newman. Plus, I detained you the other day. So.
Yeah, you sure did.
Well, you have my permission to come home early.
So, you want to ride into town? I know you got a lot brewing at the coffee house.
No, thanks. I just have some things I want to deal with here.
What?
Nothing. I'll tell you later. I mean, if there's anything to tell. Anyway, you go on. Go to work. Have a nice day, handsome husband.
Bye.
Scram.
Scram?
So you're actually telling me you have this teenager living with you, who's a child that your husband had with your sister years ago?
Yep. Why?
Just sort of surprised that you are taking her into your home.
Oh, should have seen her. She looked so lost. I couldn't help myself. My heart went out to her.
That's very compassionate of you.
But
Well, it's just that you're taking on, a teenager from a troubled family with all of her problems.
well, yeah, but you know the special bond between fathers and daughters, Victor. I'm sure Brad just wants to recapture a little of that since he missed out on her entire childhood.
Do you mind if I hold her?
No, of course
Mind
not.
if I hold her? Come here, my baby. Oh, come here, come here, come here. Yes, how pretty you are. How pretty you are. Pretty you are. You're a beautiful baby. Yes.
So that's why I'm calling, Trace. Colleen said you sounded tired. You're not denying it. Look, I don't mean to pry.
Oh, no, Brad, that's okay. You're not. I appreciate your concern.
So how's it going?
Honestly, I don't know.
Well, I certainly wish you luck. You sure you don't need a little break?
Something tells me our daughter thinks I do.
Well, she loves you. She's worried about you.
Yeah, well, I have a hunch there's more going on.
You think she's trying to stop a possible reconciliation in its tracks?
Don't you?
I don't know. I think it's just more about Colleen wanting you here. She misses you, Trace.
Well, it has been too long.
Does that mean you're coming?
It means I want to think about it.
All right, we'll keep in touch and let us know how things are going. All right.
You look exhausted.
Isabella,
I was making some tea. Would you like some?
no thanks.
Where were you last night?
I slept at the office.
Because you couldn't bear to face me?
You know, please don't put words in my mouth.
It's true, though, right? You're treating me like this because of what you found out about my
I
past.
told you that's not it. I just have a lot to sort out.
And?
I've decided to book the next flight to Australia. I need to speak to my wife in person.
Brianna, I don't like what you're saying. It's like you think something's wrong with you.
Look, Mac, I don't mean to get all weepy. Val doesn't need to know all the details. I told him what was wrong. He accepts that. Everything is fine now. What? Mac, do you think that he has more questions?
Look, Brianna, I'll back off if you want me to. And I'll tell Billy to forget all about it, too. But I think I should warn you that Billy is looking for any reason to kick JT out of the group.
No. No, Mac, he can't get fired because of me. If Val got wind of that, he would be even more curious.
Brianna, come on.
No. If JT wants to leave the group on his own, that's one thing, but otherwise, this is the way that it has to be. When you talked to JT, did you learn anything?
A little. But mainly about you, not him.
What do you mean?
Okay, Brianna, this is a little bit awkward.
What exactly did JT say to you?
He told me what happened between the two of you.
He told you that.
Yeah. Well, not exactly. He didn't really want to talk about it, but it was pretty obvious to me. It was your first time. What? I know I'm not exactly an expert. But it seems to me that the first guy that you're with, that is a huge deal. And even if you're not together with the guy anymore, it's something that a girl never forgets, right?
What are you getting at?
Is it possible that you're still upset around JT because he was your first, and you still have certain feelings that you haven't been able to shake? Even after all this time?
All right. You ready for another brutal day of work?
Oh, yeah. Nobody's in the chat room yet, but there will be. Did you turn that camera on?
Oh, I knew I should have sacked out an extra 15 minutes.
What are you talking about, JT?
Well, no one's here yet.
What? Rel and I are invisible?
I wish.
So, JT, where were you the other day?
Hey, what are you whining about now, Abbott?
You were supposed to do a chat, but you split.
Oh, you think I cut out early?
I'm gonna keep it up. Sean's gonna can your sorry butt with my blessing.
Well, don't get too excited, Abbott. I didn't cut work. I went to the boutique.
Boutique?
Yeah.
Funny. I was there all day. I never saw you.
And that's because you went to get shopping bags. Not that I'm all upset that we missed each other, especially since I was there to see Rihanna, not you. What? What, I can't talk to the girls without your permission?
What were you talking to Rihanna about?
What's it to you,
Damn
Ralph?
it, JT, I want to know.
Fine. We were talking about us. You satisfied?
Join us again for The Young and the Restless.